this video is for you if your teenager is finding it hard to find the motivation and grace to get back to school. Let's face it, after the long vacation, it's always hard to gather your remains and go back to school because you had like 1 month plus of goofing around, having fun, visiting friends, going for camp meetings, going for holiday boot camps, this one, that one, just cruising. So they are on autopilot of fun, and suddenly you're telling them school is resuming next week. It's not easy to deal with, right? So let's face it, it's not easy. So if your teenager is finding it hard to gain the motivation to get back to school, this video is for you. Let's talk about how we can help them to find their motivation back, to find their inspiration back, and start getting ready to get back to school. First of all, you need to understand them. That's like the first thing you need to do. You need to like remind yourself, if I was in this shoe, if I was the one in this shoe, I'm likely to behave the same way. Because parents, when our teenagers are in a situation, we behave sometimes like we've never been there. Like we skipped teenhood. But we didn't skip it. We all were there. We were there at one point in our lives, right? So you need to acknowledge the fact that at some point they'll be motivated, at some other point they may not be motivated. In fact, they may be demotivated as a result of things. So you need to understand and support them and, have a conversation. Ask them, okay, why are you hesitating to go back to school? Some can even tell you, oh, I want you to send me to another school. Some can say, oh, I want to resume after 1 week or 2 weeks and stuff. One reason it's important to have conversations with them is that while having conversation, you could see through the conversation why they are hesitating. It's possible that they had, say, a bully experience the previous term, which was hard to deal with. Maybe they've not told you about it, and that could be something that would discourage them from getting back to school. Or maybe they are having a hard time with seniors or people in higher grades than them and things like that. It's possible that teenagers could be dealing with things and find it hard to open up to a trusted adult, to their parents, to their uncles or aunties at home. But when you have this conversation, open conversation, where they know that you get them, you're not judging them, you want to hear from them, you want to really know how they feel about whatever it is, they will be able to open up. It's possible that some of them are also trying to avoid work. As soon as school resumes, you have this workload in school. You have cleanings to do, cleaning seats, cleaning teacher's corner, cleaning the staff room, and all that. Some students actually delay going back to school because they know that, oh, if I go there, I'll not be the one to do all the cleaning. So I'd rather stay home and have other people do it, and then I'll go back to school and enjoy when they must have done that. So you can actually, if they have such reason, you can deflect that by encouraging them to be responsible, knowing that if something needs to be done, then I shouldn't leave it up to people to do. If I'm leaving it for people to do, I'm being irresponsible, because that's like one of the duties I'm supposed to carry out. If there's a classroom where I'm supposed to learn, I should participate in tidying that classroom. If there's a school where I go to acquire knowledge, I should be a part of those people that tidy and keep the school neat. So if they know that, oh, there's nothing wrong with cleaning the school, or there's nothing wrong with being a part of those that tidy up the class or something like that, they will know that, okay, I wasn't thinking properly. I need to be a part of those that will keep the class clean. So that way they will realize that, okay, you know what, I'm getting back to school. So having open conversation is something that you also want to do to revive the passion of your teenager for going back to school. But in all honesty, the inspiration to go back to school is always low when school resumes. It takes a lot of courage and discipline to have your teenager who will just accept that, oh, I'll get back to school. On the first day of resumption, I can't wait to go back to school. I'm excited. I'm all pumped up. I'm all excited. I'm ready to go back. You can count on the fingers of one hand how many teenagers will be that excited to go back to school. Next thing you can do to revive that passion is to help them to set goals of things they would want to achieve this year, or this academic session or this term, as the case may be. When they have like things they want to achieve, big dreams, big things, big stuff that they want to achieve, maybe they want to improve in certain subjects, or they want to get certain grades, or they want to improve in certain subjects, that alone can revive their inspiration. Maybe at the end of last term, there was a particular subject that they didn't quite do well, and they promised that, oh, this term or the next term I'm going to certainly put my best, I'm going to do better. So you can talk about those and say, okay, you remember that we had this that we're supposed to work on and improve on and all. So that can be a way of revitalizing that passion, that inspiration, that drive to go back to school. So that's like what you can do to help them. Remind them of the goals they wanted to achieve, remind them of the big dreams they had, the things they wanted to do, and help them to get it started, to set goals in that direction, and have to pursue it. And speaking about planning and setting goals for the next term, which is going to encourage and motivate them, I have a teens planner which is designed to help teenagers plan their year, plan their month, plan their week and their day. So I'm going to share it in this video. I'm going to drop the link in this video. If you want to download it and help your teenager with it, you're most warmly welcome. You can get a link on Sellab. I'm going to share it right under this video so you can access it. And as you mentioned, it's a printable file, so you can print it out, staple together, and have them use it. That's simple. Then the next thing you can also do is to remind them the long-term benefit of their academic performance, how it can help them to be the person of their dream, how getting back to school is one of the things they need to go, is like, completing a process, because you don't want to have to start something and stop it halfway. You want to follow through whatever you start. You want to finish. You want to get it done with, so that you can get the results that you want. So reminding them of the big dream, the big vision. They say they want to be a medical doctor. You need this to be a medical doctor. You say you want to be an engineer. You need this to be. You say you want to be a businessman. You want to be an entrepreneur. You need this process. You need the discipline that school gives to be able to, thrive in whatever field you want to get into. So reminding them of the big picture can also be a way of reviving that passion, that inspiration, and helping them pick back up. Finally, you can also allow them to have conversations with friends who are also passionate, who are also very driven academically. So that way, having conversation with such friends, such people, or maybe such cousins or nephews, can revive them, can make them think, oh, I need to get to school, by the way. I need to get back to school as soon as possible. So that can be a way of helping your teenager deal with this cold feet of going back to school. And with that being said, thank you for watching to the end of this video. If this video made sense, I want you to share it, I want you to like it, and subscribe to this channel so that we can get more persons to see this video. Thank you.